The examiner, do they have number of people they pass in a week or in a month? And if you reach that number, anything above, they will fail. Is that true? Is that the case? Is that what happens in the driving test? If that's what you think and if that's what you believe, let me make it clear to you that there is no such thing as number of people they pass in a week or in a month. It is not true, it is false. The test system, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work so that they have a number, anything above, they will fail. It doesn't work like that. If you go to the test, and if you do well, and if you drive safely, and if you do according to what the criteria is for the test, you will pass your test flying colors, no problem. There is no number, there is no quota system that they have for the driving test. If your driving is good, and if you're safe on the road, you will pass. There is no question asked. So don't go to the test thinking that regardless how I drive, how well I drive, I could still fail because the examiners, they have a number. That is not true. Like I said, it is false. So don't think that. I want to get that off your head. That is not true. That is false. Okay. There is no number. I want to make that clear. There is no number. There is no quota system the examiners have that they have to pass in a week or in a month. So get rid of that from your head. That is not true. Hi, if you are learning to drive or you are training to become a driving instructor, we have an online course for you. So if you're a learner, we have an online course for you for manual and automatic. And if you're training to become a driving instructor, we have an online course for you for your ADI Part 2 and ADI Part 3. Please check the description for the links of the courses. Have a look and have a read. If you like it, you could always join the course. The examiner, they have a job to do. You as a learner, you have a job to do. What is your job? Your job is to go to the test and drive safely on the road. Examiner's job is to see how well you drive and are you safe on the road. There's one question goes in the mind of the examiner, and that is, the person I am testing, the person who's here now driving, sitting next to me, are they safe on the road? If I give that person the license, can they drive by themselves without any help from anyone? And are they safe on the road? If they could drive themselves safely on the road, the examiner surely will give you the license. Imagine you are not safe on the road. The examiner gives you the license. Not only the others are not safe on the road, you're not safe on the road. Because if you can't drive the car by yourself, you shouldn't be on the road, right? The whole reason you've gone to the test is because you want to prove to the examiner that I can drive the car by myself without any help. If you can't, there's no emotion. The examiner shouldn't give you the license. Just because he or she feels sorry for you, they shouldn't feel sorry for you. If you're not safe, you're not safe. You need more lessons, you need to go back and you need to do more training and come back and do the test again. Remember, you have to be safe on the road, not just for others, it's for yourself. You have to be safe for others on the road as well as for yourself. If you're not safe on the road, you shouldn't get a license. So one question the examiner asks to themselves is that this person who's driving, are they safe on the road? Can they drive by themselves without any help from anyone? If that question is answered, the examiner will surely give you the license. Okay, and this is why the criteria of the marking sheet is all about, are they safe on the road? So they're looking at the junction. Are you safe in junction? Are you safe in roundabouts? Can you do the parking, the maneuver? Are you safe when you're doing the emergency stop? Are you looking at the mirrors? How is your clutch control if you are doing any manual car? Are you coasting? Are you approaching the traffic light the way you should? These are the safeties when you are driving, when you as a driver. And if you could tick those boxes, because these are the things in the marking sheet, and the reason is there so that if you tick those boxes, that means you now can drive the car by yourself. Remember, all that time you've been learning, you've been taught by your driving instructor or your family members, somebody sitting next to you. All of a sudden, after the test, you're going to be on your own. There won't be anybody sitting next to you helping you. And that's why you're trying to prove in the test that I am capable of driving without any help. If you can't, you shouldn't get a license. Not because any other reason than safety. You have to be safe on the road for you and for others. And the only way you're going to do that is to prove on the day to the examiner in 40 minutes that I can drive without any help. If you can, you'll surely get a license. If you can't, then you will fail your test. You need to come back again. Okay? If you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. And if you like it, you could always join the course. And the other thing about the examiner is that they don't talk, they don't smile, they are intimidated, feel scary. If I talk, they ask me to not to talk. All these things could happen in the test. Remember, the examiner, they have a job to do. Now, sometimes they don't talk. Some maybe the reason they don't talk is because they might feel that if they talk, and then if you fail at the end, you might go and complain saying that I failed because the examiner distracted me by talking. Maybe that's one of the reasons why they don't want to talk. They just want to leave you alone and do your job, which is to drive. And at the end, whether you pass or you fail, you'll get to know from the examiner. So they don't talk. Number two is nothing personal, okay? They smile, they don't, doesn't matter. You have a job to do. You just go and perform. Have that thick skin on the day, okay? Why does the examiner has to smile? Why? They don't have to smile. Their job is not to smile. If they smile, they smile. If they don't, it's not their job. So have that thick skin. If they smile, it's a bonus. Take it as a bonus, okay? If they don't, just go and perform and do your best. Give the driving they're looking for and pass the test. So have that thick skin, okay? Whether they smile or not, doesn't matter. That's how it should be, okay? It's nothing personal. So don't let the examiner distract you in any way in your mind. Because mentally, it's you, isn't it? The examiner is not doing anything for you to fail. They just don't smile. Or maybe they look intimidated. Their face is really sad or looks anger. So what? Doesn't matter. You just go and do. There's nothing personal. You do your best and at the end, you will pass your test. If you fail, you fail. That kind of mentality you need so that you're not under pressure that you have to pass on the day. Who said you have to pass? You don't have to pass. If you fail, it just means that it's delayed for you to get a license. All you have to do is come back and do the test again. That kind of mentality you need on the day for you to pass. Because if you put in your mind that you have to pass, then you will find reasons why you fail. Or maybe the examiner is bad, they don't smile, blah, 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 and all that. Or they have a number of people on the weekend. All those things are going to come to your mind. Don't worry. I mean, these are all negative thinking. Think positive, okay? What is positive? If I can drive, I'm going to go and prove. And if I do good and if I drive safely, I will pass. That's what you need, okay? So don't get in your head anything negatives in your mind. You need to be positive on the day. You need to think positive that I'm going to pass. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That kind of mentality you need on the day, okay? If you need extra help on learning to drive and to pass the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. The course has more than 30 videos in the course, giving you everything you need for you to learn and for you to pass the driving test. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. Thank you for watching. I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.